Oh my god, look at him. He's an Almiran, so he actually might like Almiran pine needles.
I'm happy to have this time with you. It's a nice smell. I think I love this one.
All right, Claude, let's tea time for your birthday. Let's go.
Thanks.
I'm not fanboying, you're fanboying.
The taste of relaxation. Right.
Normally,
Of course.
Monastery Mysteries. What is Claude like? He's curious.
Right.
Our first meeting, your ambitions. Oh, these are all things he'd be like. What?
Of course.
Yeah. What do you want to do? Roll Folden? Damn, stop looking at me like that.
Oh.
The ideal professor. The existence. He doesn't care about crests. Potential training partners. The ideal professor. This is it.
Of course.
Yeah, you know what? You guys are just projecting.
By the way, they've discovered a new kind of poison mushroom. When you eat it, your body exudes a mysterious steam. Or so I hear.
He's such a trickster. Those are his tactics. Fucking poisonous mushrooms. You're just all projecting. You're haters. All the viewers, you're all haters. You're all projecting to me. Everyone's fanboying. No, but there is not one not fanboy of Claude. Here, Claude. You deserve. What am I gonna give you? I'm gonna give you some book of crest designs.
Hey, this is great. Thanks.
Let's observe you now.
You think?
I'm gonna. Hi.
Is my face really that interesting?
I mean, from one dude to another dude, kinda.
Tastes great. No matter how hard you look, you won't see what I'm scheming.
That's not what I was finding. Trying to. Oh. Alright. You know what? There was Hanneman too. Everyone's enjoying this. I know for a fact I'm not the only one enjoying this.
I'm afraid I've stayed too long. Thanks for the tea. Let's plan to do this again sometime.
Hey, our charm increased by 1. Kind of ironic that his birthday is right before the final battle. I don't know if that was done. I wonder if that was done on purpose. But no way the game was gonna plan that far ahead, considering how many chapters there are. I don't know. End of the week. Skills. Nothing too. It's.
Guess all that time wasn't wasted.
Magic Abraxas.
I think I got it.
Dexterity 4 is actually pretty good for her. She needs a sure.
I have much expertise now.
Sword crit plus 10. Oh.
How best to use this skill?
Hopefully this proves useful.
Alright, I'm changing out of the toga. This is the last week. Unit appearance. I'm gonna go back to Academy with cloak. That's the best look. I feel like that's just... No, not that look. That's the look. That's the OG look. How would anybody pick these? This doesn't work. Should I go into the final battle with this? Get him. Alright, I'm gonna go search around for a bit. Out of my way. Out of my way.
Right.
Out of my way. It's blocked in your room like always, Bernadetta.
Thank you so much.
I forget what I said to have her warrant that.
So, what is it, Yuri? You had me come all this way.
I need you for something. Have a seat. I won't take much of your time.
Okay.
I forget what their relationship's about.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. Here you are.
You cooked?
Oh, wow. Did you make this yourself?
I may not seem like much of a chef, but I know a thing or two about cooking. Looks tasty,
Can I, eat it now? I'm famished after all the training.
Have at. That's why I asked you here.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Yuri was caught her indulging in like so much food, and she kind of just like blushed.
I see. Well, thank you. Don't mind if I do. This dish is divine. The first bite just melts in your mouth, and these vegetables are perfect. The flavors are interwoven together like a dance of swords between two myrmidons.
Calm yourself, Ingrid. I'm in no need of a critique. I just want you to enjoy it and take a load off.
Aw, thank you. I will. That was delicious, Yuri. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm glad. Then it was worth all the toil that went into preparing it.
You haven't eaten
You didn't
anything for
eat.
yourself?
I've been there,
I
done
figured
that.
I'd eat something a bit later. I didn't make the meal for me.
You cooked only for me?
That is strange.
The innkeeper provided me with some of his finest meat and told me to feed you. I figured if I was going to do it, I'd better do it right. So I popped into the kitchen and got working.
That won't do at all, Yuri. Meals are meant to be shared. It seems my stomach got the better of me this time, though. I scratched everything before remembering that.
Why bother yourself with such trivialities? The meal was a gift. Seeing you enjoy yourself like that is all the reward I need.
What way is that?
A bit like when you had all that meat stuffed into your cheeks at the marketplace. Like some kind of chipmunk.
What? Did you really do this to get a laugh?
I like seeing the contentment on your face when you cut loose.
You do?
The innkeeper couldn't have said it better. She's got a real foodie face, that one.
I'm not quite sure how to feel.
Really, though. There are a few things I enjoy as much as seeing a woman indulging herself.
Exactly.
You should consider your words before using them. Such a flirtatious comment can only invite misunderstandings.
I didn't mean it that way.
Face palm. Yeah, that was not a flirtatious act. He was actually just guess it was a tease.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
That smell, it's amazing. My fave, in fact. Do you like it too?
Yeah, I like anything you like, Claude. That's not strange, is it? No, I'm joking. I got you guys good, didn't I?
Will you talk to her for me? She's been avoiding me non-stop.
Of course I avoid him. I avoid everyone.
That does never not get funny. Wait, did I get it? Yes, I got it.
All right, Yurikins. Isn't it about time you let go of this grudge?
She calls him Yurikins. Come on, you can't be mad at Dorothea. Look at her. It's fucking Dorothea.
I'm sorry I dragged you out onto the stage, but I can't believe you're still holding it against me.
I bear no grudge.
Then why do you get this stony look and face the other way anytime you catch a glimpse of me?
Because you're ugly. Because you're ugly.
Oh, Ladybird. Truth be told, when I see you, it reminds me of my own self-loathing. Of my past.
Huh. I didn't know you were carrying something like that.
You rose up from your hardships and became the lead singer for a prestigious opera, all on your own. While I made my way through the world by licking the boots of wretched nobles. Watching you on stage from the sidelines. It wasn't until recently that I felt a real sense of accomplishment in my life. But recalling that first pivotal moment when I saw you on stage, you were brilliant. You shone like nothing I'd ever seen. Whenever I see you, Ladybird, I'm reminded of that moment. And in that moment, I had never felt so filthy and unlovable in all my life.
God.
That's why you don't like singing? There's got to be more to it than that.
Back then, the Imperial capital was swarming with disgusting nobles. All of them vying for your attention. For the love of the Dorothea. Many were willing to compromise with an inferior substitute. If they couldn't have you, perhaps someone else was capable of singing just as sweetly.
You do what you must to chase your dreams. You say it left you filthy and unlovable, but my life didn't leave me unscathed either. There's not much love left in what I do. There was once, of course. As a child, I lived for singing. No matter how hard times got, I always had that. I counted myself so lucky to have met Manuela and joined the opera, but the more I sang for a living, the less certain I was that I loved it anymore.
You're a tricky one to assess. I can't tell if you're too wise or too naive for your own good. Whether or not your heart's in it now, you certainly didn't appear to hate it back then. I'd never seen you beam so brightly, as you did when you helped me train for the performance.
You might be onto something. I felt genuinely happy in that moment.
You just lost your spark for singing. Nothing more. It's how I feel about it in a way. How about this? Why not join an opera that doesn't have dealings with nobles?
That's a great idea, actually. We'll start something new together, you and me.
I don't know about all that now.
The world is full of people who fell through the cracks just like us. We'll take them in whenever we can and aim to become Fodlan's premier opera company. I can't remember the last time I was this fired up. Though, we'll have to table it until after the war.
Our own one-of-a-kind traveling opera.
Wow.
That does sound fairly thrilling. I've no doubts it could help deepen our pockets.
Leave it to you to take all the romance out of it. But I know you're an idealist deep down.
Takes one to know one. I must say, I do enjoy seeing your mischievous side at work.
I'll take that as a compliment. I could say the same for you, too. It's exactly why I'm comfortable sharing this stream with you.
Wow. Just wow. To not only have him go from hating to singing to liking to sing to making a freaking opera in the future. Dorothea is something else.
Oh, do you have an itch back there? I guess you can't scratch it on your own, can you?
Claude comes in here with an arrow to the back of the horse.
Hi, Marianne.
Oh, Claude. It's just you.
Sorry, I know you're in the middle of an important discussion with Dorothea, but could I talk to you?
About what?
It's about this thing you think you're burdened with. I've tried to guess what it is.
Please don't. This is making me a little uncomfortable.
There's no reason to feel uncomfortable. It's not like I plan on saying it aloud.
That doesn't
But
help.
if my guess is correct, there's something I want to tell you. Will you hear me out?
Fine, I will listen.
Once upon a time, in a faraway place.
What?
What the? Are you telling me a story?
Just listen. Once upon a time, in a faraway place, there was a young boy. This boy came from a despised lineage. In short, his mother was a daughter of the enemy. So the young boy was treated horribly by everyone around him. He hadn't done anything wrong. Everyone hated him simply for existing. Yelling, fighting back, explaining himself. Nothing he did could change his situation.
That's him.
When he was finally old enough, he ran far away from home. He escaped.
It sounds to me like he had no choice. I would have done the same had it been me.
Thing is, after he ran away, he still found himself in the very same position. People in the outside world hated him for where he came from.
Well, now that's...
Yeah.
The boy thought he had no place to go. All he could do was destroy the boundary between the inside and the outside worlds.
Destroy the boundaries?
Yeah.
Right. If there was no outside and inside, just one side to share, then the people outside wouldn't have a reason to hate him anymore, right? It wouldn't be easy, but if he managed it, he could shrug off that burden. The point is, people are born with burdens to carry. That much is undeniable. But whether they bind us or we cast them aside, that's up to us. So I think you should try to cast yours aside, Marianne. Put that heavy burden down. It's time.
But I don't know if I can do it.
It's okay. I'm here for you. We're the same, and I can help you.
The same? Claude, we have nothing in common.
Hey, did you see that, Dorothea? Your friend just smiled at me.
Thank you for sharing your story. I suppose I could try casting aside burden, as you say. We can try together.
Let's do that. And when we're free, we can change the whole world.
Oh my god, it's already 1:53. Alright, I'll just finish the rest of the ports, then end the stream. I'll do some practice battles here and then do the sauna. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna bother with the sauna. Alright.
Don't expect any sympathy.
Nice dodge, Yuri.
What did you expect? Give the goddess my regards, yeah?
Oh my god. Chill out there, Yuri.
Give the goddess my regards, yeah?
Is he gonna win this thing? There's no way this guy's gonna kill him. Or more this rando. Miss, of course. Alright, this is a close one, but we got it.
Once I've decided you're done, you're done.
Wow, he won my first tournament.
Alois, what a pleasant surprise. Would you care to join me?
Ah, perfect. I was just looking for someone to dine with. Let's raid the dining hall, shall we?
My goodness, but you're in a good mood.
Manuela, I have some news. I received a letter from my wife today.
Oh?
My daughter just picked up a new skill. Can you guess what it might be?
Singing? Dancing? I've no idea what parents teach their kids, or why they even have children at all. Still, give me a hint. Fishing? Bricklaying? Cooking?
That's right. Spot on as always. My wife is teaching her the basics.
The basics of which?
Next time I'm home, my daughter will be able to cook me all my favorite meals. What a lucky father I am. Is any father in the world luckier than I?
Oh, he is shoving it in her face.
I don't know, and I don't care to know.
My wife greeting me at the door. My daughter's nervous face as she sets the meal on the table.
This perfect family of mine.
I'm so excited I bet I won't even be able to taste the food as I devour it.
Wouldn't your daughter appreciate it more if you took the time to savor?
Then I'll say, how delicious. That was the second best meal I've ever had.
Not first best? Shouldn't you encourage her?
That's encouraging
Mommy's
her.
cooking is the best, but you're a close runner-up, darling.
Why would you say?
Oh, Daddy, I'm so happy you liked it, she'll say, as she embraces me, a big smile on her little face. Ah, what could make a man happier?
Wait a minute, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. He has a wife and a child. Why is it that I can S rank him?
You've forgotten I'm here, haven't you? Oh, all I wanted was a dinner companion. What did I do to deserve this?
You should have told him. Alois, I'm not comfortable talking about this. Technically, I can marry him. Yeah. I'm so confused on this.
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing? Are you looking for help with something? Ah, no. Your eyes tell a different story. You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble.
Maybe if you were quieter.
Just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's trade. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life.
Is that so? Crest can make people live longer?
Well, we'd both been drinking. I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100.
Wow.
And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. and I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like?
Ulterior motives here. I knew he had something. He wanted to get some information.
In other words, he was exactly the same. When I was his squire, he was always hollering for a drink. He just wouldn't put a cork in it. But on the battlefield, he was unequaled. That's why people used to call him the Blade Breaker. I have to say, right now, fishing with you, it really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Gerald was sitting alongside me.
Everyone misses Gerald.
All right, time to sneak off and do some painting. Professor!
Oh, jeez, Professor.
Lovely weather today, huh? I was, just about to go for a walk.
With that paintbrush on your hand? What? Why are you bringing paper?
What, this? No, it's, I'm sorry, Professor. I'll admit it. I was going to do some painting. You remember the place where we talked before? I've been painting the scenery there. I'm still keeping up with my academics and training, of course. I just paint in my spare time, as a change of pace. Oh, I don't?
No.
Well...
Encourage
yes.
it.
Maybe you're right.
Stop hiding it. Flaunt it.
I
Show
may have
off!
gotten ahead of myself.
I feel like we've
I'm
been
sorry
told...
for panicking there.
I feel like we've been told our whole lives to never, like... well, actually, no, this is different. He's just out of fear of being told. I guess it's more so of just him being scared of what other people will think.
Honestly, I'm just worried that my father will find out that I've been painting.
What?
Of course. Why would you go out of your way to tell him that? Completely illogical of me. But it seems I've developed a bit of a complex about it. My father's not a fan of my artistic pastime, you see.
What an ass.
We're a merchant family, and my older brother is set to inherit the business. As for me, my father decided I should be a knight. That's why I'm at the academy. Painting won't help me become a knight. It's a waste of time. Well, yes. I feel like I'm betraying my parents. I hear the business has been slow for them over the past few years. If I become a knight for an influential noble house, I could use my connections to help support them. My father was determined to send me here. He must have been, considering the enormous amount of money he spent. I don't think I'm well suited to being a knight. My parents sent me to the academy for their sake, not my own. When I think about how hard my family is working just to stay in business, how can I sit idly by? All of which is just to say that painting will have to remain my little hobby. Nothing more.
He's just put in a precarious situation, considering he's from a merchant family. I don't know, that sucks.
Not that I could make a career out of it even if I wanted to. That's just a fantasy.
Well, my parents always hated me playing video games. I had to hide it sometimes, so when I was little. Shh.